Being part of the Partnership for Patients has definitely expanded Joint Commission's expertise because we are looked upon as the people who can help you with your accreditation problems. Now we're being looked upon as the people who can help you with your patient safety problems. We've taken our robust process improvement tools from the classroom into the organizations, and we've proved that they can work. We've proved that we can be good facilitators for teams. We've proved that we've got the clinical expertise to help them address not just their accreditation issues, how do we meet their standard, but their clinical issues to improve their patient outcomes.
Being part of this National Partnership for Patient campaign has afforded JCR the opportunity to really hone in our own skills and knowledge base on all of these adverse events that shouldn't happen in hospitals. We have had the opportunity to network and learn from other hospital engagement networks and the hospitals that they work with other national experts on these events, with our subcontractors who have brought extraordinary background and expertise on teamwork, culture, leadership, physician engagement. But I think most importantly, we've learned from the hospitals that we've worked with. They have shared with us what works, what doesn't work, and that has built our arsenal of tools up extraordinarily so that not only do we have skills and knowledge about the events, but we've learned what works and what doesn't work. In fact, one of the things that we developed was a document on leadership and physician strategies that demonstrate their support for improving safety to patients. And some of these are from literature, some are activities we've learned about from our hospitals. A second document, which we call Beyond the Bundles, really helps hospitals understand how to implement best practices at the bedside. And those strategies came from our hospitals.
I think the strengths that JCR brings to the table on process improvement work is the training that we've all had in our robust process improvement. We've been out there, most of us have worked in the clinical arena at some point in our career, but we know there's not one way to do things. The best way to do things is what the organization can buy in, and we can help them look objectively at what resources they have, and we can ask those why questions that they as stakeholders might not want to let go. Ask them, well, why can't you implement nurse-driven Foley catheter removal protocols? Well, we tried that in the past and it didn't work. Well, why didn't it work when you did it in the past? So we don't have skin in the game, so to speak. So we can help the organizations think more broadly than what they're used to thinking.
We have several goals for this third and final year of the Partnership for Patient campaign, some of which are based on national requirements of all the HENs, and some of which we just know our hospitals could be a little better at. One of those has to do with continuing to reduce the readmission rate, unplanned 30-day readmission rate. In our final report for the first 2 years, our hospitals had reduced it in aggregate by 5%. That's a long way from 20%. So we're going to really intensify our actions and work with hospitals to address not only what happens inside the hospital before the patient is discharged, but how they are handing off that patient and what's happening in the community. We also want to continue with the great progress we've made on helping our hospitals reduce adverse drug events. There are 3 targeted high-risk drug classifications: anticoagulants, opioids, and hypoglycemics. And it's been very exciting to see our hospitals begin to measure those for the first time and put programs in place to prevent adverse drug events associated with any of those drug classes. But not all our hospitals are doing it yet, and so that's another goal, to get them all in to address those adverse drug events. And finally, patient and family engagement. We are very passionate about helping hospitals do this more effectively and want to build upon the involvement of hospitals in the past 2 years to have all of our hospitals working more closely with patients and families at the bedside, on patient safety committees and improvement committees, and even potentially putting patients on their board. So those are 3 of the many goals that we have in mind for this year.